Hey, good morning. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, Pajama Grandma, in my favorite robe. This is called Silky Robe. I've had it for, decades, since my daughter was a baby. So that means 24 years for sure. And she always loved this robe whenever I had to travel for work and things. She would sneak this robe and sleep with this robe. And I was going to throw it away because I'd had it for like a long time. And she made me promise to never get rid of this robe. And if I was going to get rid of this robe, I would have to give it to her. And, I can't remember where I got it now. I think maybe a gift from my mom because it's really pretty and it's kind of oriental. But it is super soft and silky. So it's nicknamed Silky Robe. And I still have Silky Robe. I woke up feeling really heavy today. Now, I don't know if you ever wake up that way. Usually I wake up in an awesome mood because I'm just so glad to be here and that I woke up and I get to experience another day. But yesterday I was doing an exercise to get rid of limiting beliefs, which was really a whole lot of fun. I had some major fun just playing with destroying the limiting belief, I'm not good enough. And so many of us carry around remnants of not feeling good enough or not feeling worthy or thinking we don't deserve something. And I think I woke up feeling heavy this morning because I have like a limiting belief hangover. Now I need to instill in me a better belief because I took that belief out. So it almost feels like there's something missing because I forgot to. I was having so much fun getting rid of that belief and destroying it in my life and my being in my mind. And it was really fun. I forgot to do the second most important part of that, and that is instilling the belief that I want. So today I'm going to do a couple of exercises to actually replace that belief so I can kind of fill that little void or vacuum that I feel like I woke up with today. And I know it's there because I feel heavy. I feel kind of sick to my stomach, which is weird. And I know that I'm not sick. I don't have a cold or anything. I don't have the flu. I don't have a bug. So I know it's just kind of like this emotional hangover from doing that little exercise yesterday. So today I will definitely, immediately after doing this video, take some steps and some actions to instill, and I'll just use affirmations or tapping, EFT tapping or something like that to make sure that I'm filling that little void that I'm feeling. And I know that I'm feeling that because I started thinking about the areas of my life where my results aren't perfect yet. They aren't what I want. And come on, we all have things in our life that we're always wanting that aren't perfect. And I'm transitioning from offline businesses and businesses that are brick and mortar and industries that are traditional businesses in corporate America to creating an online presence and an online business and being able to work and coach people from home. And we're always transitioning, we're always changing, we're always moving into something else. And part of that journey, there's different feelings and emotions that we experience along that path, along that way. And so I don't want you to think that I'm always upbeat. I'm pretty much mostly upbeat, but I have days where I get introspective and I start wondering, is it worth it? Is what I'm doing really the right path for me? Am I really helping people? Because if I'm not, then I don't want to be doing it. I've been in businesses, I've been in industries where it was just about, I made toilet paper for heaven's sakes. My first job out of college was making toilet paper. You would have thought making toilet paper was the end of the world. And it was. Everybody likes soft toilet paper. But there's things that we do throughout our careers and throughout our lives that are more or less in alignment with who we are and more or less what we consider and judge as important. And guess what? It only matters how we judge it. It only matters what we think is important. And so we're always looking for ways to improve our lives. If we're not, we're stagnant. And have we all had periods in our lives where we're just kind of going with the flow and stagnant and saying, oh, this is good enough for me? I know I have. I've settled in. I call it settling in a couple times in my life. And what happens is the more I settle in and think, okay, this is cool, I'm pretty cool at this level, I get this restless feeling where I just get itchy and twitchy and restless, and I have to be doing and growing and learning something new and moving on to create more. And I don't know if everybody feels that way. I used to believe that everybody felt that way. but apparently not. I used to believe that everybody wanted to change the world, but my mom set me straight on that one. She said, yeah, no, they don't. Everybody doesn't want to change the world. Everybody doesn't want to make the world a better place. The vast majority of people are just going through their lives barely surviving. Now, I thought that was kind of a downer thought, a depressing thought. Now, I took depression out of my vocabulary and out of my life when I was in my 20s and I first became chronically ill. I reached a really low point in my life, and I knew that depression had to go. It had to get out of my life. It couldn't even be an option for me. So I don't even like to use the word depressing, but it's kind of depressing. Or I found it oppressive and depressing to me, those periods of my life where I would find myself just kind of going through the motions, going with the flow, and settling in. And a few years ago, I found myself doing that again in my business. I had known, I call it the 3-year itch. I'm one of those people that goes through about a 3-year cycle where I get involved in something new, I work really, really hard to learn it, and I master it, and I do everything that I can to make it awesome and systematize it, and then I'm ready to move on to the next thing. I did that in my corporate career, corporate America. It was like 3 to 5 years, and I would get like the 3-year itch. And some places I would stay for another couple of years, but then it would get to the point where the tension was so much, I couldn't stand it anymore, and I needed to move on to a different industry, a different role, a different, more responsible experience so that I could personally grow and develop further, so that I could give more to the organization that I was a part of. And the same thing, I found the same thing happening once I left corporate America and was building businesses on my own. It happened in the real estate industry. It happened in the food industry. It happened in the retail and entertainment industry. Each industry that I entered as an entrepreneur, I would get in there, dive in, learn, implement, do, grow. And then I would reach a plateau, and it would be like I would have this feeling that I had to move on and do something different. And it's the same thing now as I'm learning, growing, implementing, doing in the transition from the offline to the online world. And there's such a roller coaster with any of these new things. I think I thrive on the roller coaster of emotion. And boy, that's hard to admit, right? But I think that's part of what gets me going, is the excitement of learning and applying something new. So that's what I'm working on today. Kind of a heavy topic. The other thing that I did today that I thought was really fun and excellent was today's daily scare share. Every day I'm doing something to stretch my comfort zone. Because to move from traditional business to the online world is a huge leap of faith for me and a huge, scary, comfort zone stretching undertaking. So my daughter challenged me to get out of my rut and change, of course, and grow, continue to grow, but to do one thing a day that scares me. There's a book called Do One Thing a Day That Scares You, and I bought it several years ago when I was in another business adventure with some friends of mine. It was actually a network marketing business, and I don't know, everybody, I still have those old beliefs where nobody wants to hear about a network marketing business. Incredible industry for personal development and personal growth, and a great way for people to start their own business, but I think it's for very, very few people. Just my opinion, no hate mail, just my opinion. And I have reasons for that. I've definite reasons for that. And of course, limiting beliefs that are my limiting beliefs for that, because there's many, many people that are extremely successful in network marketing, just like any other business. People like to give MLMs and network marketing a bad rap because it has a high failure rate. Guess what? Every business has a high failure rate. But the message in that today was about love and how loving someone gives us courage. Loving somebody else gives us courage, while being loved by someone else gives us strength. So I want to leave you with that today as what we're thinking about. And I'm going to go out, take out my curlers, make some videos, take some action for my online world, and have a terrific day. But first, I'm going to replace that limiting belief. I will see you tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Bye.